The 9mm Glock pistol trembled in Officer Marcus Thompson's hands as he struggled to achieve qualifying scores at the 25-yard line, his frustration mounting with each shot that missed the target center by inches that might as well have been miles. Around him, 23 other police academy recruits fought similar battles with accuracy standards that separated future officers from those who would need to find different careers. At the instructor's booth, Sergeant Gabriella Hernandez observed the struggling shooters with patient encouragement, her calm demeanor and gentle coaching style making her the most popular firearms instructor at the Los Angeles Police Academy. What the sweating recruits didn't know was that the soft-spoken woman guiding their pistol technique had once put a .50 caliber bullet through a terrorist's head at 2,347 meters, one of 89 confirmed kills that made her the deadliest sniper in U.S. military history. Welcome to Those Who Left a Trace, where we uncover the extraordinary stories of people whose greatest achievements remain hidden behind everyday uniforms. Before we dive into this incredible tale of precision disguised as patience, tell us in the comments what city you're watching from today. And if you believe that some teachers have walked through fire to earn their wisdom, hit that subscribe button and join our community. The morning firearms qualification at the Los Angeles Police Academy had begun with the routine precision that marked professional law enforcement training, as Sergeant Gabriella Hernandez conducted her daily briefing on pistol marksmanship fundamentals to Academy Class 247. At 38 years old, she possessed 12 years of police academy instruction experience that had earned her recognition as one of the most effective firearms trainers in the California law enforcement community. Her patient teaching style and exceptional ability to diagnose shooting problems had helped thousands of recruits achieve qualification standards that many had initially thought impossible. Good morning, everyone. Gabriella addressed the assembled recruits with the calm professionalism that had characterized her instruction since joining the LAPD Training Division 6 years earlier. Today we'll be conducting your final pistol qualification, which requires a minimum score of 80% accuracy at distances ranging from 7 to 25 yards. Remember that marksmanship is about fundamentals: sight alignment, trigger control, breathing, and follow-through. The lecture was standard academy curriculum, delivered with expertise that her colleagues attributed to exceptional police training and natural aptitude for firearms instruction. However, her analysis of ballistics, bullet trajectory, and environmental factors reflected knowledge that went far beyond typical law enforcement preparation, though she rarely discussed her background with instructors who assumed she had followed the conventional path from patrol officer to academy staff. Sergeant Hernandez, called Lieutenant David Martinez, the Academy's Assistant Director of Training, we got a situation developing that might affect today's qualification schedule. SWAT is requesting immediate assistance for a barricaded suspect scenario in downtown LA. They need additional sniper support. Gabriella studied the notification with analytical precision that reflected experience evaluating tactical situations under time pressure. Her assessment of threat levels, environmental factors, and resource requirements demonstrated understanding that exceeded typical police academy instruction, though her response remained appropriately professional. Lieutenant, our qualification schedule can be adjusted to accommodate operational requirements. These recruits need additional practice time anyway. Actually, Gabriella, SWAT specifically requested that you consider providing technical consultation on the sniper situation. Apparently, they're dealing with a suspect positioned at extreme range under challenging conditions. The request surprised both Gabriella and the assembled recruits who had never heard of academy instructors being consulted for active tactical operations. Her expression remained carefully neutral, though something in her posture suggested familiarity with exactly the type of situation Martinez was describing. Lieutenant, I'm flattered by the confidence, but my expertise is in basic marksmanship instruction. SWAT has qualified snipers who are better suited for tactical operations. That's what I told them, but they were insistent. Something about techniques they've observed during your advanced training demonstrations that suggested capabilities beyond standard police instruction. Gabriella felt her carefully maintained academy identity begin to crack as she realized that her teaching methods had revealed skills that couldn't be explained by conventional law enforcement training. Sir, I'll be happy to provide whatever assistance I can, but my responsibility is to these recruits and their qualification requirements. Understood. Complete this morning's qualification, then we'll discuss the SWAT consultation. As Lieutenant Martinez departed to coordinate with SWAT operations, Gabriella noticed increased attention from recruits who had overheard the conversation about tactical consultation that seemed to extend beyond normal academy instructor responsibilities. Sergeant Hernandez, asked Officer Thompson, the struggling recruit who had been working to improve his accuracy throughout the academy program, why would SWAT want to consult with Firearms instructor about sniper operations? Officer Thompson, SWAT teams sometimes request technical advice from academy staff regarding training techniques or equipment evaluation. It's routine professional cooperation. The explanation was plausible, though something in Gabriella's tone suggested she was uncomfortable with the attention that SWAT's request had generated among her students. Today's qualification will proceed as scheduled. She announced to refocus attention on immediate training requirements. Remember that consistency is more important than speed. Take your time, apply the fundamentals, and achieve the accuracy standards required for graduation. For the next 3 hours, Gabriella conducted pistol qualification with a methodical thoroughness that had made her reputation as an exceptional instructor. Her ability to diagnose individual shooting problems and provide targeted correction had helped struggling recruits achieve standards they had previously thought beyond their capabilities. Officer Thompson, your grouping has improved significantly, she observed while reviewing his target after the 15-yard stage. Your trigger control is much more consistent, and your sight alignment shows better discipline. Thank you, Sergeant. Your coaching has made all the difference. I was ready to wash out of the academy until you showed me how to manage my breathing and follow through. Officer Thompson, everyone has the potential to become an effective marksman with proper instruction and sufficient practice. My job is to identify what's preventing you from achieving your potential and provide techniques to overcome those obstacles. The philosophy reflected her approach to instruction throughout her academy career, though her diagnostic abilities and technical knowledge suggested training and experience that went beyond typical police firearms programs. As the qualification session concluded with successful scores from all but 2 recruits who would require remedial training, Gabriella prepared to address the SWAT consultation that Lieutenant Martinez had mentioned earlier. Sergeant Hernandez called Captain Robertson, the academy director, as he approached with an expression that suggested the SWAT situation had developed complications. We need to discuss the downtown tactical situation. SWAT has escalated their request for your consultation to urgent status. Captain, what's the nature of the tactical problem? Barricaded suspect armed with precision rifle, positioned on the 34th floor of a downtown office building. He's been taking shots at responding officers from approximately 600 meters range, demonstrating accuracy that suggests advanced marksmanship training. Gabriella processed the tactical information with automatic analysis that reflected experience with similar scenarios under combat conditions. Her assessment of range, environmental factors, and threat capability demonstrated understanding that exceeded typical police academy instruction. Captain, what specific consultation does SWAT require? Their snipers should be qualified for engagements at that range. That's the problem, Gabriella. The suspect's position provides them with superior elevation and concealment while limiting SWAT approach options. They need someone who can analyze the ballistic challenges and recommend engagement strategies. The request suggested tactical complexity that would challenge even experienced police marksmen, requiring expertise in long-range precision shooting under adverse conditions. Sir, I'll provide whatever technical assistance I can, but SWAT has access to specialized training and equipment that exceeds academy capabilities. Gabriella, they specifically requested you based on observations of your shooting demonstrations during advanced instructor training. Apparently, your technique and knowledge base suggest capabilities that go beyond standard police firearms instruction. The comment confirmed Gabriella's growing concern that her teaching methods had revealed skills that couldn't be explained by conventional law enforcement background. Captain, when does SWAT need this consultation? Immediately, they're holding a staging area 6 blocks from the suspect position, and the situation is deteriorating. He's taken 3 more shots in the past 20 minutes, and 1 officer has been wounded. Gabriella realized that her carefully maintained separation between her current academy position and her previous military experience was about to be tested by operational requirements that demanded capabilities she possessed but had concealed for 6 years. Captain, I'll need to brief my replacement instructor for the afternoon qualification session. Then I'll respond to the SWAT location. Already arranged. Sergeant Williams will handle your remaining classes today. As Gabriella gathered her personal equipment and prepared to depart for downtown Los Angeles, Officer Thompson approached with curiosity that had been building since the morning's overheard conversations. Sergeant Hernandez, can I ask you something? Of course, Officer Thompson. During our qualification today, your coaching seemed to go beyond basic marksmanship instruction. Some of the techniques you've taught us, especially the long-range fundamentals, seem more advanced than what most police officers would need. Gabriella studied the earnest young recruit who had struggled with accuracy until her instruction had unlocked his potential as a marksman. Officer Thompson, effective marksmanship requires understanding principles that apply across all shooting disciplines. Whether you're engaging a target at 7 yards or 70 yards, the fundamentals remain consistent. But Sergeant, some of the ballistic calculations you've explained, the way you account for environmental factors, that seems like specialized training that goes beyond police academy curriculum. The observation was perceptive and accurate, reflecting Gabriella's inadvertent revelation of expertise that she had acquired during military service involving precision shooting under combat conditions. Officer Thompson, good instruction draws from all available sources of knowledge. If techniques from other shooting disciplines can improve police marksmanship, they should be incorporated into training. The deflection was characteristic of Gabriella's reluctance to discuss her background, though Officer Thompson had identified capabilities that suggested training beyond conventional law enforcement programs. Sergeant, will you be back for tomorrow's qualification session? That depends on how long the SWAT consultation requires. Focus on your remedial training with Sergeant Williams, and we'll continue your development when I return. As Gabriella departed the academy for downtown Los Angeles, she carried with her the knowledge that the tactical situation she was about to encounter would likely test capabilities that she had spent 6 years concealing from her law enforcement colleagues. The SWAT staging area occupied a parking garage 4 blocks from the office building where the barricaded suspect had established his position. Commander Lisa Rodriguez, a 20-year SWAT veteran, briefed Gabriella on the tactical situation with professional efficiency that reflected extensive experience managing complex law enforcement operations. Sergeant Hernandez, appreciate you responding to our request. We have a suspect armed with what appears to be a military-style precision rifle, engaging targets from 600-plus meters range. Our snipers are having difficulty achieving effective counter-sniper positioning due to urban terrain limitations. Gabriella studied the tactical briefing materials with analytical precision that impressed Commander Rodriguez despite her extensive experience working with specialized law enforcement personnel. Commander, what's the suspect's demonstrated accuracy at current engagement ranges? 3 hits out of 7 shots fired, all within a 2-foot grouping at estimated 650 meters. This suggests advanced marksmanship training and high-quality equipment. Gabriella processed the ballistic information with automatic calculations that reflected experience evaluating similar tactical scenarios under combat conditions. Commander, what environmental factors are affecting engagement options? Variable crosswinds, urban heat distortion, and elevation differences that complicate ballistic calculations. Our snipers are qualified for standard police engagements, but this scenario exceeds typical training parameters. The tactical challenge required expertise in long-range precision shooting under adverse conditions, exactly the type of situation that had defined Gabriella's military career before her transition to law enforcement. Commander, I'll need to observe the suspect's position and evaluate potential counter-sniper locations before providing recommendations. Understood. Officer Patterson will escort you to our forward observation post. As they move through downtown Los Angeles toward the tactical area, Gabriella's situational awareness and threat assessment demonstrated training that went far beyond police academy instruction. Her scan patterns, movement techniques, and tactical positioning reflected combat experience that had been refined under conditions where situational awareness was a difference between mission success and catastrophic failure. Sergeant Hernandez observed Officer Patterson during their approach to the forward position. Your tactical movement seems more advanced than what most academy instructors would demonstrate. Officer Patterson, effective tactics apply across all law enforcement situations. The principles of cover, concealment, and threat awareness are universal. The explanation was accurate but incomplete, omitting the fact that Gabriella's tactical training had been acquired during military special operations that involved precision shooting under combat conditions where enemy counter-snipers pose constant threats. From a forward observation post, Gabriella studied the suspect's position through high-powered optics that revealed the tactical complexity of the engagement scenario. The suspect had chosen his location with expertise that suggested military training, maximizing his advantages while limiting law enforcement response options. Commander Rodriguez, she reported after completing her assessment, the suspect has established a position that provides superior elevation, multiple escape routes, and natural concealment from conventional counter-sniper approaches. Sergeant, what are your recommendations for neutralizing the threat? Gabriella considered the tactical options available to SWAT personnel, balancing mission requirements against the capabilities and limitations of civilian law enforcement operations. Commander, successful engagement will require positioning a counter-sniper at a location that provides equivalent elevation and clear sight lines while maintaining concealment from the suspect's observation. Our snipers have identified potential positions, but none provide the combination of range and concealment necessary for effective engagement. Commander, there is one position that might work, but it will require techniques that exceed standard police sniper training. Commander Rodriguez studied Gabriella with growing recognition that her assessment and recommendations reflected expertise that went beyond typical academy instructor capabilities. Sergeant Hernandez, what specific techniques are you referring to? Long-range precision shooting under urban conditions, accounting for complex environmental factors and elevation differentials that require advanced ballistic calculations. Sergeant, are you qualified to make such an engagement? The direct question hung in the air between them, challenging Gabriella to reveal capabilities that she had concealed throughout her law enforcement career. Commander, I possess training and experience that would enable such an engagement, but it exceeds my current role as Academy Firearms Instructor. Sergeant, we have a wounded officer and a suspect who continues to pose a threat to civilian populations. If you have capabilities that could resolve the situation, I need to know about them. Gabriella realized that the tactical situation had reached a point where continued concealment or background would endanger lives that could be saved through application of skills she possessed but had hidden for professional reasons. Commander Rodriguez, I need to inform you that my background includes military special operations training that involved precision shooting under combat conditions. The revelation sent shockwaves through the assembled SWAT personnel who had expected consultation from an academy instructor, not disclosure of special operations experience. Sergeant, what specific military background? U.S. Army Special Operations. Qualified sniper with multiple combat deployments involving long-range precision shooting. Sergeant Hernandez, how many combat engagements? Gabriella looked around the group of law enforcement professionals who were waiting for information that would provide context for the tactical recommendations she had been providing. Commander, 89 confirmed kills across 4 combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. The number fell between them like a physical object, its implications reshaping everything the assembled officers thought they knew about their academy instructor colleague. 89 confirmed kills, Commander Rodriguez repeated slowly. Sergeant, that would make you one of the most successful military snipers in U.S. history. Commander, that's correct. But I retired from military service to pursue law enforcement because I want to contribute to domestic security rather than continue combat operations. Officer Patterson stared at Gabriella with dawning realization that the woman who had been teaching basic marksmanship The police recruits possess combat experience that exceeded anything in civilian law enforcement. Sergeant Hernandez, you've been teaching at the police academy while being one of the deadliest snipers in military history? Officer Patterson, my military service ended when I joined law enforcement. My focus has been on police training rather than combat operations. Commander Rodriguez interrupted the discussion with tactical urgency that reflected the ongoing threat posed by the barricaded suspect. Sergeant Hernandez, can you neutralize this suspect? Gabriella studied the tactical situation through her optics, calculating range, environmental factors, and engagement parameters with expertise that had been refined through 89 successful combat missions. Commander, yes, but it would require equipment and positioning that exceeds standard police procedures. What you need: access to precision rifle system, elevated position with clear sight lines, and authorization to engage with lethal force. Done. Officer Martinez will coordinate equipment, while Officer Patterson escorts you to the engagement position. As SWAT personnel moved to implement Gabriella's requirements, word of her military background began spreading to the law enforcement community, with the kind of rapid communication that marked significant revelations about colleague identities. Sergeant Hernandez, Officer Patterson said during their movement to the designated sniper position, "Why didn't you ever mention your military service? Your combat record would have been incredible for academy recruiting." Officer Patterson, I wanted to be evaluated as a law enforcement instructor based on my teaching abilities rather than military achievements. Police training should focus on civilian law enforcement requirements, not combat techniques. The explanation reflected her approach throughout her law enforcement career, though the current tactical situation demonstrated that some skills transcended the boundaries between military and civilian operations. From the 32nd floor of an adjacent office building, Gabriella established a sniper position that provided clear sight lines to the suspect's location while maintaining concealment from his observation. Her setup procedures and equipment configuration demonstrated expertise that impressed even experienced SWAT personnel. Command, Sniper 1 in position, she reported through tactical communications. Range to target 627 meters. Wind variable from northwest at 8 to 12 miles per hour. Temperature 78 degrees. Humidity 65%. Her environmental assessment and ballistic calculations were delivered with clinical precision that reflected thousands of hours conducting similar preparations under combat conditions. Sniper 1, you are cleared to engage when ready. Gabriella settled into shooting position with mechanical precision that had been refined through 89 previous engagements, where accuracy meant the difference between mission success and friendly casualties. Her breathing slowed to controlled rhythm that allowed maximum stability, and her focus narrowed to the specific sight picture that would deliver the shot precisely to target. Command, Sniper 1 has positive identification of suspect, preparing to engage. Through her scope, she could see the barricaded subject maintaining his position while scanning for law enforcement personnel. His equipment and technique confirmed her assessment that he possessed military training, making him a formidable opponent who required professional engagement. Command, shot fired. Target neutralized. The single .308 caliber round impacted exactly where Gabriella had intended, ending the threat with surgical precision that preserved civilian safety while eliminating the danger posed by an armed suspect with military-level capabilities. Command, suspect down. Area secure for tactical team approach. As SWAT personnel moved to secure the scene and confirm threat elimination, Gabriella maintained her position while conducting post-engagement procedures that had become automatic through years of combat experience. Sniper 1, outstanding shot. Target neutralized with single round. Threat eliminated. Commander Rodriguez approached Gabriella's position with obvious respect and growing questions about the capabilities she had just demonstrated. Sergeant Hernandez, that was exceptional marksmanship under challenging conditions. Your techniques and precision exceeded anything I've observed in civilian law enforcement. Commander, the situation required application of available training to protect officer safety and resolve the tactical problem. Sergeant, what you just accomplished was a military-level precision engagement. Your background, obviously, includes training that goes far beyond what appears in your law enforcement personnel file. Gabriella realized that her tactical engagement had revealed capabilities that could no longer be explained by a conventional police background, forcing her to confront questions about her concealed military experience. Commander Rodriguez, my previous military service included specialized training that prepared me for engagements similar to today's scenario. Sergeant, I'm going to need a complete briefing on your military background. What you've demonstrated today suggests capabilities that could benefit our entire tactical program. As they returned to the SWAT staging area, word of Gabriella's successful engagement and revealed military background had spread throughout the Los Angeles law enforcement community, generating interest from commanders who recognized the value of her unique experience. Sergeant Hernandez, Lieutenant Martinez approached with questions that reflected departmental interest in her capabilities. We're receiving inquiries from multiple divisions about your background and the engagement you just completed. Lieutenant, the tactical situation has been resolved successfully. My focus should return to academy instruction and recruit training. Sergeant, what you've demonstrated today suggests capabilities that could significantly enhance our tactical training programs. Your combination of military special operations experience and law enforcement instruction makes you uniquely qualified for advanced program development. The conversation was interrupted by the arrival of the senior LAPD commander, whose insignia and bearing indicated high-level departmental authority. Sergeant Hernandez, I'm Deputy Chief Robert Morrison, Special Operations Division. I've been monitoring today's incident and need to discuss your background and potential reassignment to tactical operations. Gabriella recognized that her carefully maintained separation between military service and law enforcement career was ending, whether she wanted it to continue or not. Deputy Chief Morrison, my preference is to continue academy instruction. These recruits need quality training that prepares them for patrol operations. Sergeant, I understand your preference, but your demonstrated capabilities represent resources that the department can't ignore. We're developing advanced tactical training programs that would benefit from your unique experience. Sir, what type of program? Integration training that teaches SWAT personnel military-level precision techniques while helping military veterans transition to civilian law enforcement. Your background bridging both communities makes you ideal for program leadership. The proposal represented an opportunity to use her complete experience in ways that could benefit both military veterans and law enforcement personnel who needed advanced tactical training. Deputy Chief, I would be interested in consultation that supports both military transition and law enforcement tactical development while allowing me to continue some academy instruction. 3 months later, Gabriella had established a training program that taught civilian law enforcement personnel military precision techniques while helping special operations veterans transition to careers in law enforcement. Her revelation during the downtown tactical situation had created opportunities to improve training for both communities. Sergeant Hernandez, said Commander Rodriguez during one of her training sessions, the integration program you've developed has revolutionized our approach to tactical operations. Combining military and civilian techniques has improved our capabilities significantly. Commander, precision shooting and tactical thinking are universal requirements for any armed professional. When we combine the best techniques from military and civilian training, everyone benefits. Officer Thompson had completed the police academy and requested assignment to units that would benefit from advanced tactical training under Gabriella's instruction. Sergeant Hernandez, knowing your background explains everything about the exceptional instruction I received at the academy. Your military experience translated into civilian training that prepared me for situations I never would have been ready for otherwise. Officer Thompson, my goal was always to prepare you for safe and effective law enforcement throughout your career. Whether that preparation came from military or civilian sources doesn't matter as much as its effectiveness in developing your capabilities. As Gabriella continued her work with the LAPD while contributing to military-civilian transition programs, she carried with her the knowledge that her combat experience had value beyond personal achievement. Her revelation during the tactical situation had created opportunities to improve training for both military veterans and civilian law enforcement personnel. The successful integration of military and civilian tactical techniques became a model for law enforcement training programs throughout California, with Gabriella's role highlighting the capabilities that special operations veterans brought to civilian law enforcement. For Officer Thompson and the many other recruits who had benefited from her instruction, she would always be remembered as the Academy instructor who happened to be a legendary sniper, someone whose dedication to teaching exceeded even her remarkable achievements in combat operations. And for Sergeant Gabriella Hernandez, the revelation of her military identity marked not the end of her law enforcement career, but the beginning of a new phase where her complete experience could be used to benefit others who shared the challenges of tactical operations under demanding conditions, whether in combat zones or civilian law enforcement scenarios. The downtown tactical situation had tested every aspect of urban sniper operations, but it also revealed that some instructors possessed capabilities that transcended the boundaries between military and civilian service, creating opportunities for training innovations that improved operational effectiveness and safety in both communities. Her 89 confirmed kills would always be part of military history, but her contributions to law enforcement training would create a lasting legacy that influenced thousands of officers who learned that excellence in tactical operations require combining the best techniques from all sources, military and civilian alike.